Hello, hello, hello. My name is Melton Kali, and in case you're wondering, it's hot in here because I walked in the room. Literally, just walked in the room. But anyways, man, this review is for the Rent film soundtrack back from 2005. That was about a long time ago. But anyways, we're gonna do something a little different here, man. What we're gonna do is, since this film was based on a musical, we're going to do a musical ourselves for this review. So, allow me to kind of do my ritual of warm-up, if you will. Excuse me. It might sound excellent. I am ready. Just remember, breathe from the diaphragm. Breathe in, breathe out. Right pitch.
Hey, I never said you could be in this video. What the heck brings you here?
I was just filling the audience on what review we were about to do.
Yes, it's the Rent film soundtrack, but we're not doing a musical on it.
Oh, come on. You know it'd be a great idea, man.
No. Bringing you back as an overused cameo from the previous video apparently was a good idea to the producers of this thing. And from the words of Skid Row, this party's over, so get the fuck out.
Fine. So much for being diverse on this channel. You know, I wonder how he keeps getting in the building. Happens? I don't know. What is up, everybody? My name is Justin French, covering music for those who care. And right now I'm taking a look at, as you can see, the Rent film soundtrack. Let me dive into this before we break into a musical ourselves. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Anyways, so I don't really know jack about this film, besides I know I read the plot, and this has to do with sex, drugs, apartment rent, and AIDS. This was set around New York between 1989 and 1990. That's all I know, besides this film was directed by Chris Columbus, released in 2005, and features Taye Diggs, Rosario Dawson, and Adam Pascal, and Idina Menzel. Those are the only ones that I really know that are on this film. Surprising. And if you don't know who Idina Menzel is, I probably just pronounced her name wrong, my bad. But if you don't know who she is, she's the voice of Elsa from Frozen, and I actually don't mind Frozen. I really don't. I mean, there's nothing wrong with... Don't look at me like that. But anyways, I don't know how to talk about the sound. Oh, before I get into that, let me say something real quick. So, funny thing about this review is I meant to do this a couple weeks back, but I totally forgot about it. This was around the time that the Haim review had come out, and two classmates of mine, Elizabeth and Matthew, this video is for you two. My bad for it being so late, but I totally forgot about this one, and all of a sudden I did my channel update. I put it on this channel and I put it on my Instagram page, and Elizabeth had commented, "Do Rent." And all of a sudden the first thing I did was right. So that's why we're here today. So let's get started. So right back to the sound of this thing. It does have a rock feel to it. I just don't know how to kind of describe it, because in between 1989 and 1990, glam, metal, and thrash were kind of at their peak at that moment, especially in the late 80s. And grunge was slowly rising up to the top. But around the time that the 90s had rolled around, glam had went, and grunge was Meanwhile, thrash was kinda in the middle, but they were trying to make it a little more commercial, I guess. You could definitely tell with bands like Megadeth and Pantera a little bit. Well, a little bit. Especially Vulgar Display of Power, but other than that, I mean... So, let's talk about some of these songs. I'm not going to get full into this review because this is a 2-disc, 90-minute album. And if I had all the time to talk about all 28 of these songs, a lot could happen in that time. I mean, it's not like I've ever heard anything longer than 90 minutes. I mean, have you heard Dream Theater's last album? And what about that new Chris Brown? No, I'm not going to review you. Chill. If I had to say something to Chris Brown, why? Anyways, let's get into some of these songs. I thought they picked a pretty good song to open with. I really liked the piano that flows through the track Seasons of Love, and I thought that throughout the entire majority of this album, I think the cast of Rent did a pretty good job on their vocals. Especially This Is One That Shines and another one, Goodbye Love, from the second disc. Those two definitely shine when you bring everyone from the cast in to do this song. I thought Rent had a pretty good rock, harder edge to it. It's kind of fun to listen to that guitar riff. And I actually like the guitars that flow through one song, Glory. You know, the one that uses that tremolo effect that goes... Yeah, I don't think I was playing that song. I think I was playing the new Asking Alexandria. But that review's for another time. Anyways. One song I wasn't a big fan of was Light My Candle. It kind of started a little weird, but, I mean, it just kind of dragged a little bit, and I wasn't a big fan of that piano, because it felt a little flat. Maybe sharp, but it definitely felt flat, especially in that beginning. Life Support was a pretty good little interlude. I like the guitar on that one, and Tango Marine kind of has more of a Spanish kind of flair to it, and then you have Over the Moon, which ends the first disc, and you know, I can't help but break into laughter whenever I hear Idina Menzel just echoing Diet Coke, Diet Coke, Diet Coke, Diet Coke. Sorry. And then all of a sudden you get a little bit of instrumental into it, and it just feels like a completely weird track to even sit through. I'm not saying it's a bad track, but come on. Anyways, La Vie Bohème, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong too. That was a pretty good track. I really like the instrumentals that flow throughout that track. I kind of found it a little weird to put Seasons of Love and a repeat of I'll Cover You in this, because honestly they're only like 1 or 2 minutes long, and we could have gone without those ones. I mean, I don't mean to be mean or anything, but I mean, just saying. Anyways, Halloween is a pretty good track, which is kind of weird because one of the lyrics kind of reference Christmas. Yeah, it's kind of weird to mention a Halloween, to have a Halloween title with a Christmas lyric. And they try to be poetic. You can even tell in the lyric how poetic, how pathetic. I actually like the lyrics on that one, and the vocal delivery, and the acoustic guitar on that track. I don't know, I'm thinking about one, I'll play that one, honestly. And then Goodbye Love, that's actually a pretty good track that also brings in pretty much most of the cast, if not all, in that one. And I kind of dig that one. And it's about maybe over 6 minutes long. So it was a pretty good track. Overall, I am pretty pleased with majority of these tracks. I'm not one for musicals so much, but I mean, this has some pretty good tunes that I would definitely say I'd like to go back to. So with that being said, I think for a rating, I'd probably have to give it a strong 7.5, maybe a light 8. So that's what I have to say about Rent. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, you can click right over here, see what I'm going to be doing next, or just catch up on any other video that I've done. If you want to see another video that I've done, probably the last one I did, you can click right over here to see that right there. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you soon.